Welcome to Trail King Industries. Today, we'll go over the operation procedures for our hydraulic booster. We'll go over how to adjust the main cylinder location, how to set the hydraulic booster pressure, coupling procedures, and lifting the booster for reverse travel. Before operating any Trail King equipment, always read and be familiar with all the safety warnings in the safety section of the manual. Wear protective equipment and be sure all personnel are clear of moving parts. Let's start with coupling. Back the trailer up to the front of the booster and set the trailer brakes. Using the trailer's raise and lower valve, lower the trailer suspension. Raise the booster using the jack until the top coupling hooks clear the trailer's top attachment pins. See Figure 1 in your manual. Back the trailer up until the booster top coupling hooks are positioned over the trailer attachment pins. Lower the booster onto the trailer attachment pins using the booster jack. Be sure to retract the jack back to the stored position. Raise the trailer suspension until lower couplings of the trailer and booster align. Insert the retainer pins and washers. Return the trailer to normal ride height using the raise and lower valve. Connect all the air and electrical lines between the trailer and the booster. If your booster is equipped with hydraulics, connect that as well. Get in the towing vehicle and check the booster's brake and electrical systems to confirm connections are correct and operating properly. Looks good. Let's move onward. Now we'll adjust the main cylinder location. Start off by setting the vehicle air and emergency brakes. Charge the brakes on the trailer before getting out of the vehicle. If equipped, close the bypass valve. Determine which position the top pin should be located. See the load chart on the side of the booster. It's best to choose a location where the operating pressure is approximately 1800 psi. See Figure 2 in your manual. Position the cylinder located linkage to carry the weight of the booster pressure cylinder. Using the booster pressure control valve, find the neutral point where no force is applied to the upper pin of the booster pressure cylinder. Remove the upper pin from the booster pressure cylinder. Using the cylinder locating linkage, position the upper eye of the booster pressure cylinder to the proper location. Insert the upper pin and keeper pin. Retract the cylinder positioning linkage, completely lowering the cylinder locating linkage. That's all there is to it. Remember to lower the linkage. Failure to do so will result in damage to the booster and possible serious injury or death. Safety is always a priority. Next, let's set the booster's hydraulic pressure. To kick this off, set your trailer and booster air suspensions to auto mode. If the pressure control lever is in the float position, move the lever to the neutral position. If equipped, open the bypass valve. Open the shutoff valve. The handle will be in line with the valve body when empty. Extend the booster pressure cylinder until the desired booster force is obtained. See the chart on the side of the booster. Close the shutoff valve. Move the pressure control valve to the float position. 3 scenarios may cause the axle group weights to change slightly: when the suspensions equalize, when brakes are released, or when the trailer is moved for the first time after setting the pressure. Repeat this procedure as necessary to achieve the desired axle group weights. Be sure the booster pressure control valve is in the float position after the booster pressure is set. For reverse travel, you'll need to lift the booster. Ensure the booster is positioned in a straight manner. Engage the parking brake and booster pivot lock. If the pressure control lever is in float position, move the lever to neutral position. If equipped, open the bypass valve. Open the shutoff valve. Then, using the booster pressure control valve, release the pressure from the main cylinder. Dump the air in the suspensions. Chain up the axles and de-shim pin-on axles if necessary. Now, you'll close the bypass valve. Using the booster control valve, retract the main cylinder until the desired height is reached. Additional height can be achieved by lowering the trailer gooseneck using the manual raise function on the trailer air suspensions, or by de-shimming the detachable wheel area connection if the trailer is equipped with these options. Finally, some notes on forward and reverse procedures. When pulling the booster with an unloaded trailer, the pivot lock pin must be retracted. When lifting the booster off the ground or when traveling in reverse, ensure that the pivot lock is engaged.
Danger. Failure to lower booster pressure when operating unloaded trailer can result in severe injuries or death. Incorrect booster pressure will result in uncontrolled movement of the trailer. When pulling booster with unloaded trailer, fully lower booster pressure. Set booster pressure control valve into the float detent position. Open the shutoff valve.
If you are equipped with ABS, set the booster control valve into the float position and open the shutoff valve. No ABS? Well, use the lower cylinder setting. Do not exceed 150 psi when empty, and allow the trailer air ride to settle. Then, recheck that the booster pressure is less than 150 psi. The booster is not designed to travel forward in the raised condition. Only use the raised condition to aid in slow backing up situations. Failure to follow these instructions will result in permanent, unwarrantable damage. Trail King Industries has many booster options available to fit your hauling needs. You can find your district sales manager at trailking.com or give us a call toll-free 800-843-3324.